Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Some things went wrong with the recording, but welcome to this new video here on XRP. We're going to do a full update on the price action. Price has been, to be fair, a little bit stronger than what I expected. I mean, what I said yesterday when the price was right here, I think at 2.5, is that I expected stability between 2.55 and 2.41 first before we could actually get a move higher into 2.7 and 2.75, because that is what I've always told you, is that I think it's most likely that we're still going up to that target. So ultimately the general direction was correct, but we're actually getting quite a lot of momentum right here. And on the 1 hour time frame right here, about 1.5 hours ago, we actually were able to close above the value area high. Which is pretty significant, because not only did we get a technical close above that level, no, we actually did it with quite a lot of volume as well. The volume in the last 1.5 hours for XRP has been elevated compared to the volume since Monday evening. It's not as high, of course, since Monday itself. But that might still happen. I mean, obviously we're trading in the middle of the Asian session, the beginning of the European session. The volume is never really high during that session, right? So compared to the average session volume, right now it's quite high, all right? And then we haven't even seen the main session for XRP specifically. I mean, most of the XRP holders, buyers and traders are in the US, and then we have a relatively stable market. I mean, I wouldn't say that I think Bitcoin has a lot of momentum right now, but it's stable enough. I don't see any reason why we would have a massive breakdown either. So those are ideal circumstances for XRP. You can also see right now XRP has been the strongest performer since 7:50 a.m. So in the last 2 hours, and you can also see it's outperforming. It's deviating from the market a bit, right? The market normally is very correlated. So if an asset deviates from that, it's normally positive, not always, but normally it is. So we have that. We have volume, we have a breakout above 2.61. So technically I have to tell you that I think it's most likely we're going up to 2.7, 2.75. And then I'm also obligated to tell you that it's a very wide resistance level, right? I mean, it starts at 2.71. But with good news and with momentum, we can spike up to 2.85 and 2.9 easily as well. Now, do I see enough strength to break above that level? Personally, I think not. I think we will at least find resistance there initially. And then afterwards, I make these videos every single morning, right? So afterwards, we'll talk about the probability of getting a breakout. But that's what I have to tell you. Technically, me personally, I would be a little bit more careful, right? Yes, Bitcoin looks stable, but is there any reason really to suspect that XRP is going to rally up much higher right now? This could just also be a fake out, right? I mean, the value area high is at 2.61. Right now we've broken at 2.62. The value area high is also a bit of an area. So I would say, but I'm quite a conservative trader, to be fair. What I would say is, wait for that US session, or at least wait for a little bit more stability on top of 2.61 before accepting that this is a real breakout. All right, and if we get that, then a move into 2.75, 2.85 is confirmed, I'd say. For now, I think this breakout, even though there is volume behind it and there's leverage behind it, I would say it's a bit too high risk to trade. And I would say that there's a realistic possibility that if we're unable to hold 2.61 in the next 3 hours or so, that we'll just pull back and that will consolidate, which is fine. All right, consolidation is fine, but then it just takes a little bit longer before we move into that level. And obviously this is a price prediction, so I have to tell you what I think is most likely. Being a conservative analyst, I would say this is more likely. Although these pullbacks are a bit deep, all right? I drew these pullbacks into 2.45 because that is a possibility, but it's more likely that they will be a little bit more shallow, all right? But those are my thoughts, all right? In general, higher time frame, bullish on XRP. We're getting some bullish indications right now as well. So even if this is not the real breakout, the price action we've had so far is an added confluence as to that we're going to get that breakout later. But those are my thoughts for now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all in my next videos, and bye.